There is a place on our planet that official maps refuse to recognize, yet the US Navy knows its boundaries all too well. A patch of the Atlantic Ocean where humanity's most advanced technology simply ceases to function. For decades, we've been told that the Bermuda Triangle is nothing more than a myth, a statistical coincidence, or a product of overactive imaginations. But the hidden logs of military radar stations and the final, frantic whispers of dying pilots tell a completely different story. Today, we are stripping away the old sci-fi tales about aliens and sea monsters. We are diving into the classified realities of what actually happens when you cross the devil's borderline. Our journey into the abyss begins in December 1945. 5 U.S. Navy Avenger bombers, known as Flight 19, took off from Florida for a routine training mission. The weather was clear, the pilots experienced. But just 2 hours later, the radio tower received a transmission that sent chills down the spines of the operators. The squad leader's voice wasn't panicked. It was deeply confused. He stated, "Everything looks strange, even the ocean. We don't know where west is." Shortly after, all 5 aircraft vanished. A massive rescue plane with 13 crew members was immediately sent to find them. Within minutes, that plane disappeared too. No debris, no oil slicks, no parachutes were ever found. It was as if the sky had simply opened up and swallowed 14 men and 6 military machines whole. But the true horror occurred hours later. Long after the planes had completely run out of fuel, long after they should have crashed into the freezing depths, naval radio stations picked up a faint, static-heavy signal. It was the missing pilot's voice, whispering words that made no logical sense, broadcasting from a place where everyone was already dead. For half a century, these ghost signals remained an unsolved military mystery. But as oceanographers began mapping the terrifying topography of the ocean floor, they discovered that the Bermuda Triangle hides a deadly geological secret. Beneath the beautiful blue waves lies a massive ticking time bomb of methane gas. When underwater landslides occur, giant pockets of frozen gas instantly rupture, releasing millions of tons of methane into the water. This completely destroys the water's density. If a massive cargo ship like the legendary USS Cyclops happens to sail over one of these eruptions, the water beneath it literally turns to air. The ship loses all buoyancy and sinks to the bottom of the ocean in less than 10 seconds, giving the crew zero time to send a distress signal. But what about the airplanes? How does methane in the water bring down steel machines flying thousands of feet in the air? The answer came from meteorological satellites. Experts discovered rare hexagonal cloud formations directly over the triangle. These aren't regular storm clouds. They act as atmospheric top-tier weapons, air bombs. They blast massive columns of air down to the ocean at speeds exceeding 170 miles per hour. These microbursts create waves over 50 feet high and generate turbulence so violent it can rip the wings off a plane instantly. The ocean then acts as a giant conveyor belt, with the powerful Gulf Stream currents sweeping away any wreckage within minutes, leaving the search areas completely empty. The Bermuda Triangle isn't supernatural. It is a terrifyingly perfect trap, created by physics, geology, and weather working together to erase humanity from the map. And the most unsettling part? The trap is still wide open.